Hello, beautiful people. It is time for what I consider to be one of the most important homeowner tips if you're buying a home in Florida for the very first time. When talking about real estate in Miami and all the surrounding areas, one important topic that doesn't get enough attention is the Homestead Exception. As a homeowner in Sunshine State, knowing about Homestead Exception can help you pay as much less in property taxes over your lifetime. Here's four main topics that I want you to walk away with the knowledge. How to file for Homestead Exception. How much would Homestead Exception save you? Where to file for Homestead Exception in Florida. How a Homestead Exception protects you. To help you use this algorithm in my channel, please don't forget to click like. It just takes 1 second and nothing's impossible to click like. I would also love to hear from you. Comment down below and I'll answer any questions you might have. Personally, one-on-one. Most importantly, I'm going to help to make sure that you're going to file your Homestead Exception during this very small window that's provided to Florida homeowners. Yes, you just have 2-month period out of the whole year to get this done. So let's not waste any other time. Here's how to file for a Homestead Exception in Florida. What is the Homestead Exception? The simplest ways to describe Homestead Exception is to call it a break on your property taxes. A Homestead Exception allows you to exclude a portion of your home's value from the assessment for the purpose of lowering real estate taxes. Homestead Exception by state vary quite a bit. For instance, Florida will allow you to receive a Homestead Exception if a property is your primary residence of your dependents, even if you don't live there on a full-time basis. The big thing to know is that Homestead Exception is not automatically applied to your property. You will need to complete your paperwork for Florida Homestead Exception in time to enjoy this tax break for the upcoming year if you purchase a new home. How much will Homestead Exception save me when I move to Florida? How much is Homestead Exception? The answer will depend on the assessed value of your property. The Homestead Exception in Florida for all qualifying residents is up to $50,000. The $50,000 exception is actually divided into two parts. The first is an exception of $25,000 applies to all property taxes. The first portion of the $25,000 also includes your school district taxes. Next, there's an exception up to $25,000 applies only for non-school taxes. The amount of real estate taxes you owe can be determined by simply looking at the difference between your home's value and the available exception. Here's your sample house so you could get a better understanding. The home in Florida is valued at $200,000. The Florida Homestead Exception is $50,000. You subtract $50,000 from the $200,000 and you get $150,000. If you don't get it, just comment down below and I'll help you. You are only responsible to pay real estate taxes on $150,000. There's a little extra if you happen to be the age of 65 or over. For seniors who qualify for Florida Homestead Exception, there's an extra break up to $50,000. You may also qualify for the following exceptions: $5,000 for disabled veteran, $500 for widowed or widowed, $500 for disability, and $500 for blind persons. The amount that you save from Florida Homestead Exception will ultimately depend on the taxable value of your home. However, average homeowners stand to save several $100s per year for essentially doing nothing. If you're buying a home for the first time in Florida, it's foolish to leave this deal on the table. However, you need to make sure that you can get all your paperwork in for the current year to take advantage of this break on your property taxes before Florida's tiny window of applications closes. Let's talk about how to do that right now. How to apply for Florida Homestead Exception. To apply for Florida Homestead Exception, you'll need to complete something called Form DR501. You will just need to supply some basic information to begin. These are core things for confirming eligibility of your application. Whose name appears in the title for January 1st of the current year? What is your social security number? What's the street address of the property? Were your dependent living in the property on January 1st of this year? Are you a legal resident? Do you have a Florida driver's license? Do you have a Florida license plate on your car? But the good thing is that you don't need to worry about renewing your property tax exempt every year. You'll be eligible for automatic renewal once you get application in, as long as there's no change of your eligibility. Of course, you may be wondering, where exactly do I file homestead exception paperwork? All applications should be sent to your property's appraisal office in your county. I want to prepare you for the fact that different county appraisers may ask for different things during the application process. But here's what's on the complete list of things your county appraisal might ask for. Proof of your last address listed on your IRS tax return. Your Florida driver's license identification number or card number. Proof that you're giving up on your driver's license in another state. Proof of an end date of your previous residency outside Florida. Your Florida license plate number. Your voter registration number. The name of your current employer. The location of your dependents. Proof of statement, bank account, mailing address. Proof of utility payments at your Florida address. While all this information is important, nothing that I've shared so far is quite as important as the next part. Florida has a very small window for submitting your homestead application. Please know that. All applications for exception must be submitted between January 1st and March 1st of the year you're seeking your real estate tax exempt for. Unfortunately, the county appraisal considers you as having waived all your exception privilege for the year if you haven't got your application in by March. How filing homestead exception protects you. You should have a good idea of homestead exception in Florida, what residents can take advantage of, and what is worth of your attention if you like the idea of paying less property tax after you buy your house. However, I still want to touch on another point that's very important. The homestead exception is protecting you from rising property values. What property taxes won't rise at the same rate as your home's value. Your home gaining in value is a very likely scenario based on what we're seeing in today's Florida market. Most of us get excited when the value of our home goes up because that means that our investment is paying off. We begin to imagine using the home to obtain an equity loan, to help start a business, to fund our retirement. Many of us dream about being able to leave the home's worth significantly more than what we paid for our children. However, there's always that fear that property taxes will rise as home values rises. Homestead laws help to protect us from that, from effectively capping the portion of your home's full value that can be taxed. There's also one more special protection offered by homestead laws in Florida. Homestead property is exempt from levies and creditors in the Sunshine State. This means that a creditor cannot force you to sell your home to satisfy a debt judgment. While you may not be concerned about that now, it is an added source of peace of mind that Florida homeowners get to enjoy. Tell me, did I give you some value? If I added value, please hit the like button. And don't be shy. If you have any questions, I'd love to interact with you. Leave a comment down below and I'll personally get back to you. Let your faith be bigger than your fear. I'd love to continue to add value to you and many videos coming soon every week to stay updated and not lose a touch. I really appreciate you for watching. I'm excited to see what this future holds for this channel. I'm happy to tell you more what is homestead exception if you're interested to learn exactly how much of your property taxes will be erased after you buy your new home. Let's get some papers down on a piece of paper to see what Florida homestead exception means for people looking for real estate in Miami and all the surrounding areas. Contact me today. Take care, beautiful people. God bless you.